the final collections I wanted to talk about are stacks and queues. So they function very similarly, but a queue is a first in, first out collection of objects, while a stack is a last in, first out collection of objects. So it's probably a little bit better to see a demonstration. So let me go ahead and I'll just leave that code up there. I need to create my prints. So I'm going to static void print queue, and this will be of one type, and then this will be a queue type my queue for each. Actually, I'm lazy, so I'm going to copy this here and paste this here, printing queue, and this is in my queue, and everything else is the same. Now let's go ahead and do this for a stack. And there are ways that you can make this a lot more streamlined, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. And my stack, and then stack. All right, so we have our stack and our queue print methods. So I'm going to go ahead and create a queue of dogs. Dog, my dogs is equal to new queue. And again, the way that you create an instance of that collection is the exact same as we've been doing it. Only this now has my dogs.enqueue. So this will add an object to the end of the queue. So this is equivalent to an add, but this is specifically in queuing it. So new dog 42 Novo. And let me go ahead and just quickly type in some stuff. Soda 84 24 Caillou. So now we're in queuing all of them. So now if we print this off, print queue, and we print off my dogs. So let's go ahead and run this. So this will print out that, and actually I'm going to change these to a line so everybody is on their own line. Just makes it a little bit easier to see. All right, so now we have Novo, Soda, and Caillou. And now the queue, my dogs.dqueue, removes and returns the object at the beginning of the queue. So, like I had mentioned, a queue is a first in, first out. So this will now remove from the list Novo, since Novo was the first one added into the queue. So notice that the order stays the same. We're just removing the first entry from there and basically shifting everything up. So that is a queue. A stack is declared similarly. Stack dog, my dogs is equal to that. And now we go ahead and add to the stack. So this is my dogs dot. This contains, notice that there is no add, there is no enqueue. This is a push and pop type. So we're going to push onto the stack a new dog and 42 Novo. And again, I'm going to duplicate this a little bit. Soda, Caillou, 24, 84. All right, so I'm just populating the stack. Let's go ahead and print off the stack. Print stack. My dogs. So when I run this, now we will have a stack, but notice that the order of these is inverted. So the first one that we added was Novo, but notice that Novo is at the end of the stack. So this is a last in, first out. So it's the order that you add these the last one is going to be on top. If I now pop an element from the stack, my dogs.pop, print stack, my dogs, and I run this, notice that the element which comes out is Taiyu. So the key thing, the difference between a queue and a stack, in fact, let me go ahead and uncomment this, change this to my dogs 2, my dogs 2, and my dogs 2. Oh, and apparently I need to change all of these. All right, there we go. So we'll see the stack first, and then we'll see the queue. And so let me go ahead and make this bigger. So printing the stack, notice that the order that we added them is inverted. So we added Novo, then Soda, and then Taiyu, but the order that the stack sees it is Taiyu, Soda, and Novo. And when we remove it, when we pop it from the stack, notice that Taiyu is removed from there and we still have Soda and Novo. Whereas a queue, we added the exact same order, Novo, Soda, and Taiyu, and we actually enqueued them. And then when we dequeue an element, it's going to remove the first one that was added there. So the first in, first out. And so now, notice that we have Soda and Taiyu, and Novo is removed from the queue. So these are two different collections, and they each have different uses. You would typically use a queue if you need to access the information in the same order that it was entered, but you would use a stack if you need to access it in the reverse order. Both collections have a peek method that returns the next object to be removed without removing it. So notice that here we can go ahead and say console.writeLine mydogs2.peek. And I'm going to go ahead and comment out the stack. It's going to be exactly the same in both of these. And so now when I run this, notice that we're getting that queue out there. We're seeing what the next one is going to be dequeued when we call it, which would be Novo, and then this is going to dequeue it. And in fact, if I do a console.writeLine on this, this is going to actually return whatever is getting dequeued from that queue. So we'll see Novo printed out twice. This is the result of the peek. This is the result of the dequeue. And then this is what the queue actually has. This peek and the dequeue returning is the same for a stack. Stack also has a peek method. And pop will return the element that was popped from there. So you can do something with that.